Raynet's Packaging Suite is a full-featured set of products, and I'm going to try to cover it all in just a few minutes, so I'm going to move very quickly. For an at-your-own-pace review, please see the accompanying written review at appdetails.com link below. I want to start with an optional tool that's not actually part of the Packaging Suite, and that's Raynet's workflow solution, RayFlow. It's highly customizable, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to take an application through the out-of-the-box process that comes with RayFlow, as it sets a good stage for me to take you through each of the tools in a logical way. This is the RayFlow client application. There's also a web version, as you can see here, which has no installation prerequisites. The look and feel differ due to the techniques used, but functionality is the same either way. One way I could see the web version being very helpful is offering it to end users as a way to submit packages and track the status of their requests. Here we see everything is visible, but it does support roles, so you can restrict a role to provide just what you wish. In the case of an end user, maybe just package order and tracking access. So here's the workflow. I'll take CD Burner XP through the process. First, the package order phase of the workflow will provide a means to add the package to my backlog. You can specify additional fields here if you wish, and RayFlow will pass such information as variables to tools linked in the process, which can be very helpful in automating things, as you'll see as we go on. The numbers in each phase above represent how many tasks are present. As we've just added a new package, you can see we now have 2 listed in the package order phase. The first thing I'll do is accept the package so it's assigned to me. This will ensure that nobody else tries to pick it up while I'm working on it. Next, I'll want to check its Windows 10 compatibility and see if it has any conflicts with other packages or baselines that I have to contend with. For this, I'll be using the first tool in the packaging suite, RayQC Advanced. This is actually a product that Flexera licensed from Raynet for Admin Studio many years ago. Since then, both companies have continued to improve upon it. Raynet claims to have both made it faster and report on more details, and of course it now supports Windows 10. Because we're launching this in RayFlow, all the pertinent information is passed automatically. Any issues that can be automatically fixed are built into a transform file, and we get a nice report showing us the results with no interaction necessary. As you can see, it's a good-looking report with a nice summary at the top and details below. I made a number of suggestions during my review process that Raynet has taken into consideration for future releases. One suggestion was that the summary information be accessible in RayFlow so you don't have to refresh and download a PDF to see what occurred. The automation is awesome, but let me show you the tool itself so you can get a better idea of what it offers. By default, CD Burner was not added to the RayQC Advanced database for future consideration and conflict analysis, but it could be configured if you desire it, and I recommend it. As you can see, it not only looks for conflicts between other software, but it can check against OS snapshots too. It checks for Windows 10 compatibility, and it can even identify potential issues with AppV or web applications. As a packager, you'd want to make sure you have whatever you need before accepting it, such as installation media, documentation, point of contact, purchase or license information, etc. We'll now move on to the evaluation phase. I'll go ahead and accept my package for this phase, but this of course is optional as I'm the only one in the instance, but you can appreciate how this would be helpful for repackaging teams. We'll now run this package in RayEval, which is the next product in the packaging suite I want to show you. As you can see, RayFlow has passed the details of my package to RayEval, so it's all filled in for me. It also automatically captures and provides input fields for other helpful information in the packaging process. Package information, content, the name of the evaluator, the details about the machine on which the evaluation is being performed, and I can fill in as much or as little of this as I want. Here in the evaluation area, we capture the actual steps to be taken in the proper installation of this software. With these details, ideally somebody else could actually create the package or at least look back on how it was installed as a reference in the future. Ideally, you'd want to leverage a subject matter expert familiar with the application's installation and how it should be configured. Once again customizable, these are the default containers for steps to document, preparation, installation, and test procedures, as well as subcontainers for further separation, such as installation and post-installation steps. Not only is a focused visual capture performed, but it also records such actions in text to accompany those images. So now I'm running through the installation and quickly documenting each task with a middle mouse click. a middle mouse click to document, then I click normally to actually check a box or push a button. In this way, you can quickly document just what you want, middle clicking on any buttons, checkboxes, or even full windows. The results are easily editable. You can move things around, delete, or change whatever you like. You'll of course want to save your work. Saving it in its native Rex format leaves you with something that you can easily edit in the future. For documentation purposes, you'll want something more portable, so we'll export the results to a PDF file in Rayflow. Back in Rayflow now, we can see the additional file now associated with the task. I'll download it and open it so you can see what it looks like. If you haven't noticed, I'll disclose that I'm doing some editing here to keep things moving quickly. I'm showing everything, but cutting down the wait time, although it does move fairly quickly as it is. For demonstration purposes, we'll call the evaluation complete. Changing the status to finished here in the eval phase moves it on to the packaging phase. Ray Eval is also associated with this phase if you'd like to document package creation, and of course, RayPack, the packaging tool. RayPack actually provides two views, Pack Designer for editing MSIs and creating transforms, and Pack Recorder for creating MSI packages from legacy setup snapshots. As I'm already working with an MSI, I'll want to choose Pack Designer to create a transform. However, I'd like to show you another tool that comes with RayPack, and that's Packbench. If you remember Wise Package Studio, the concept here should be familiar. It's kind of a mini workflow just for packaging tasks and helps guide packagers through predefined steps, which, as you've likely anticipated, is also fully configurable. It uses the term runs, which are simply tasks. When you start a new one, you can see two that come right out of the box to package a Windows installer or to customize an existing Windows installer with a transform. I, of course, am running through the customize MSI using transform workflow as I'm working with an existing vendor MSI. An overview is provided at the top, and there are a handful of tasks to be performed. This first one is to check that the folder structure is correct. No tools associated with this, so I can just check it manually to confirm that it's complete. To customize in PackTailer naturally leverages RayPack's PackTailer, and I can run this from here. When you hover over the task, you can see the command line triggered by the task, which is passing all the details about the package with which I'm working. Now I'm creating a response transform, which builds an MSI based on choices made interactively with the setup wizard. The results are opened in RayPack's PackTailer view. Here we get a look at the very attractive MSI editor featured in RayPack. The same familiar tile layout provides jumping point to access common aspects of the open file. If you've ever seen an MSI editor before, it pretty much does what the others do, but in my opinion, it just looks better doing it. In this next step, we can perform ICE validation using RayPack. Again, Rayflow helps by passing the details of my package to RayPack, so the ICE validation runs without prompting. However, it's not magically going to solve my ICE errors. That's for me to handle, should I decide they're of any concern. For time's sake, I won't bother running my modified package through RayQC Advanced for a Windows 10 compatibility check. With the package phase now complete, we change the status of our task to finished to move it on to the QA phase of the workflow. In this next phase, we encounter the last of the tools I wanted to show you from the packaging suite, and that's RayQC. I think it's fair to acknowledge here that Raynet has a bit of a naming problem that can make things a little confusing to anyone not familiar. In this case, we have two products with the same name and icon, RayQC and RayQC Advanced, despite the two being distinct products with different functionality. While RayQC Advanced is about identifying and resolving conflicts, RayQC is a tool designed to help you build repeatable checklists. A pretty handy tool. You can see I'm able to fill in some of the fields just by clicking the buttons off to the side. This question about the existence of an MSI is a conditional one. By answering yes, it prompts for a bunch more information. And if I click no, you can see that it instead prompts for a comment to explain why. The tool is pretty self-explanatory. It's drag and drop, and a property box lets you dictate the details of the selected field or action. Raynet's once again put a lot of effort into making this very customizable. After all, what you need for your process is likely to differ from another organization, so this ability to set things up just as you'd like is a very valuable thing. The last couple of steps in the workflow of user acceptance testing and deployment can also be fully automated with the tools I've shown. When configured, Raypack has the ability to pass packages off to SCCM and Raynet's own Ray Managed Soft Deployment solution. If you have any questions about this tool, its capabilities, or even pricing, please reach out to me via AppDetail's recommendation services, and I'd be happy to set you up with a trial or connect you with an expert for a demonstration or proof of concept.